Hey, this is Jackie Eister Songistry coming to you from Indianapolis, Indiana. And I have with me the band Audiophilia with Lynzi Hayes and Chase Albrecht. Hi, guys. How are you?
What's happening? We're good.
Good deal. So tell me real quick, how did you guys come up with the name? And the name of your EP is SLAPDASH. Can you tell us a little bit about that also?
Well, the name of the band is we always kind of direct that question towards CJ, but since he's not here, I guess I can, give my little rendition of his speech. This was before I was in the band, so I wasn't part of this conversation.
Mm-hmm.
But apparently, we're having a really good conversation about like necrophilia and stuff like
right.
that, and like probably some pedophilia too. I don't know, but I guess in the end of that conversation, it kind of came down to Audiophilia. And they like that as a band name. I think it's a pretty cool band name.
It is. Audiophilia is a very cool name, dude. Really. Okay, tell me about the name of the EP, Slapdash. Where did you guys come up with that?
Slapdash is the EP, the 4 songs on it are a little bit, they're all like, rock and roll kind of thing. And well, I guess one of them is more rock and roll, but the other ones are a little bit heavier, and each of them sound a little bit different. I mean, as far as, like it kind of right from the get-go on the CD, it's like, kind of punches you in the face.
Mm-hmm.
And then towards the end, it kind of dies down a little bit, so it gets, it starts off heavy and gets a little bit softer. So they're all different.
Mm-hmm.
And so we didn't really we kind of wanted to capture that in the name.
Mm-hmm.
And so we were kind of looking up different words and stuff that would kind of fit it. And Slapdash, I can't remember the exact definition of it, but I know it worked out well with it, and we all just kind of liked it.
That's cool, though. That's a really cool concept. I mean, it's kind of like coming in like a lion and leaving like a lamb kind of thing. That's really cool. Yeah, that's cool. So you guys are from Lake Geneva, Wisconsin. Can you tell me who all is in your band, please?
Well, we have Chase Albrecht, the guitar player who you just talked to.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm Lynzi Hayes. I am lead singer and occasional rhythm guitar.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have Kayla Wrukus, who is our bass player and backup vocalist. And PJ Gochanour is our drummer.
Cool. All right. Now, let's get to, are you guys musicians by family tradition, or are you kind of new to the generation of music in your family?
There isn't really like a big history of music in my family, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I know there's a few people. One of the ones that comes to my mind is my grandfather. He's a guitar player and a singer. And he actually, he's tried to help me write songs before, and that's actually pretty cool. So I've gotten to play with, people in my family. Actually, my dad was a bass player.
Mm-hmm.
So he was kind of my big influence on getting into music
mm-hmm.
and being a guitar player.
Mm-hmm.
And so a couple of years ago, me and him, I was looking for a band. This is before I was in Audiophilia. And me and him kind of, got together, and we found a drummer. So it was like me and later two other dudes. We were in their later 40s. I was just kind of jamming with them, and we just kind of went around the bars and stuff like that.
Yeah, but that's cool, man. I mean, anytime you have something like that, because that's, a lot of times they say that music does run in a family, lineage. So that's really cool,
right.
Chase. Man, that's awesome.
So I've had a couple people in my family who have been musicians, but I mean, it hasn't really been a lot.
Yeah, but even if it's 4 or 5, I mean, that's cool that, to hear that. And even first generation or, people that say, well, nobody's ever played in our family before and I'm the first one. I just think that's really cool because it kind of sets you apart. You know what I mean? So,
yeah.
But no, do you and your dad write songs together?
We haven't. We were pretty much just we were a cover band. We had all three of us actually had a very common liking of Megadeth.
Oh, I love Megadeth
too. Yeah, Megadeth is the shit. But we got together and we probably did too many covers of Megadeth to, have like a really cool cover set.
You can never have too many covers of Megadeth.
I know, and that's
Sorry.
what I always said. But we had enough to where, we weren't like, I guess, like really forcing it on people, like half of our set was Megadeth. We had enough to really change it out, change out a couple of songs every time we played. Mm-hmm. But we played, other stuff like, Joe Satriani and some instrumental stuff too, because my dad sang, we didn't really have like a lead vocalist or anything. Mm-hmm. And then me and the drummer just did backups and stuff like that. So,
dude, that's awesome. That's really cool. I'm glad to hear that.
It was fun.
Yeah. Well, hey, I think you came from a really great starting point. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So, well, let me talk to Lynzi now. Lynzi, tell me a little bit about your music experience, and is this a family tradition thing for you also?
There's a little bit of music in my family, nothing really too serious. I know my mother and my grandmother played piano a bit, and my sister and my brother both played bass a little bit. And my sister actually has her own band, too.
Wow. Well, then, that you fit into the family tradition.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I'm taking
wonderful.
it a little farther than they all did, but, I did have a start with them, yeah.
Oh, see, that's awesome. I love to hear stuff like that. Now, can you tell me a little bit about CJ and Kayla?
CJ, I think he's really the only musician in his family, but he started when he was 5, I want to say. He went to a wedding. I forgot who in his family, but he went to a wedding, and he was able to bang on the drum set a little bit.
Wow.
So then his grandparents bought him a set, and he's been playing ever since. Kayla, I think she's also kind of the black sheep out of the family. She just picked up a bass in school and then ran with it.
That's right. Okay. You're right about that. I remember her saying that, yes. That's awesome, though. Well, you know what? Because when we had talked before, I want you to tell me a little bit about your music. I know that you like for people to kind of come away with their own, what they think your songs are about. But if you could, just tell me a little bit about all your, when you do write, what is it that you use? Do you use experiences? Is it sometimes fantasy, things that, you would see like to happen, or, just things that have happened to you? Love songs, stuff like that?
Talking vocally?
I'm talking about the writing of your music.
Well, on the songs on the CD, I didn't really they were written before I joined the band, so I didn't really have a big part in writing them. The only things that I really added that is, like, I guess my flavor to it would be like the solos and stuff like that.
Well, what I'm speaking of is the lyrics, the meanings, the actual meanings behind the songs. Like, I wrote this song because I was hurt. I wrote this song, because I thought it was something that people needed to know. That's what I'm talking about from the lyrical standpoint.
That would be like more of a lyrical thing, or lyrical meaning, I guess. No, I was saying that I guess that would be like a question for a vocalist here.
Blanketly, basically, when you write, are you writing from emotion? How are you writing? Experience, emotion?
Definitely some of it is from emotion. I feel like you can't really write something with meaning without putting your own feeling and emotion into it. But specifically, these 4 songs we had to write on a deadline. So it's not like I picked up a song and wrote about what was happening in the moment. It was more just like me taking past experiences. Yeah, there's some like hurt and there's some good things and some bad things, but I took the experiences of my life that really stood out to me and tried to put them into the song.
Well, that's cool. That's awesome. Nowhere to Go. When you were writing that, was that from an experience that you had, that you felt that you actually had nowhere to go, or that something wasn't going the way you wanted it to?
Yeah, definitely. That's kind of in the direction that the song is headed, yes.
Because I loved the bass run on that. The bass work on that is phenomenal. It's really good. I was, yeah, and then when I found out Kayla did, I was like, dang, man. And that's another thing I'm very impressed with, is how many females are stepping up into playing bass and rhythm and lead. That's I'm really happy to see that that's coming out now. I mean, back in my day we had Lita Ford and Joan Jett and the Blackhearts and stuff, but I'm noticing a really cool trend with the way that the girls and the guys are working together more, it seems like.
Yeah. Definitely. What I like about this band specifically is that there's 2 girls and 2 guys. So we even out each other. And, there's a little bit for everyone pretty much at that point.
Oh, yeah. I could see that. And I think that's an awesome... You guys, I love the band. I love the music, but I like the way you guys, your concept of the way you come across. So I think that's really cool what you guys are doing. So tell me a little bit about Only Hope. And I really liked the song because it had that 70s feeling to it. And the very beginning of the song kind of reminded me a little bit of classic rock. So tell me a little bit about that.
Well, that song, we were definitely going for that exact idea. A classic rock song, pretty much. Like Chase had explained earlier, the 2 songs in the beginning are more like heavy, and then, we eased into the classic rock feel of it, because a lot of the songs in our set that we cover vary from classic rock to metal. So we're, into all kinds of rock. And since these were the first 4 songs we've ever written, we just wanted to experiment with what, we could write, what we wanted to write, type of thing.
That's cool. I like that song very much. I like all 3 of them, but this one I'm kind of drawn to. It reminds me of, when I was younger. So, tell me a little bit about Trapped. And that one was probably the most original out of all the material that you have. I couldn't really pick anything out. I felt like it was like a melting pot type song, like you guys all threw in anything and everything that you really liked and you made it work. So can you tell me a little bit about that?
Trapped, that's definitely our heaviest out of the 4. Most angsty song, the most fun to play on stage for sure.
I bet.
We definitely like to, get some head banging in and stuff like that. And that's a good song to be able to do that too. That's
cool. Tell me a little bit about your shows. When you guys go to do a show, what are some of the, do you do any theatrics or anything like that? Or, are you just basically balls to the wall, in your face, here we are?
I think it's more of that second one there. We don't really have a lot of theatrics. I just don't think we can afford it at this point. They're really cool. Actually, we just played this Tuesday, this last Tuesday in Madison, and this band that we played with, West Division, and they had these mannequins on stage, one on each side, and it looked like, it was weird. It was like I think they said that they have somebody who does stuff for horror films or whatever, make them like these mannequins that you can kind of see through parts of them, and it's like you can see the inside of a body. And they had LEDs in there, and then they would also spit like fog out of their mouth and hands and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, and they were like life size. It was really cool. But the venue that we played at was an indoor place, and it got way too foggy, and they made them shut them off. But I would love to have stuff like that though, as far as like having theatrics and stuff on stage with like props and stuff like that. That's we're hoping that we can eventually get to that point. But as of right now, we kind of just have to make it like an up in your face kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like we just got to kind of balls out, be as heavy as we can, be as as energetic and bang your head as much as you can, basically, is what I do.
That's what Trapped reminded me of. You just pinpointed it. Alice Cooper. I've seen Alice Cooper twice. And I'm not saying you guys, but the music kind of reminded me of something that he might do. Have you ever heard Alice Cooper before?
Yeah, I've actually seen him twice too.
Okay.
Once I saw him a few years ago with his band, touring with Marilyn Manson.
Mm-hmm. I've seen Marilyn Manson too.
Sorry, what?
I've seen Marilyn Manson too.
Oh yeah, I love Marilyn Manson. But I also saw him like a month or two ago with the Hollywood Vampires.
Mm-hmm.
And that was a great show. He puts on a great show. He usually has a bunch of theatrics too.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, Alice Cooper, I'd consider him a little bit of an inspiration.
Oh yeah, because for the longest time, with that song, I really could not think of anything that it really reminded me of. And he just nailed it when he said what he said. And I was like, Alice Cooper. That's what it is. And to me, that seems like something that if he were writing, like, I don't know what he writes now, if he still writes or if he just plays golf now. But, it kind of reminded me of something that if he were going to do something really cool, that Trapped could possibly be it. So that's a really great song, though. You guys are excellent writers. Now, what is it that you guys see yourself doing? I mean, what is it? What is your main goal here? What is it? Where is it you would like to see yourself? Say, I don't know, in maybe 2 years.
Ideally, we would have a full original album written and be touring nationally and maybe even internationally. We definitely want to make a career out of our music. So, write stuff, get it out there, play everywhere, and have that be our job for a long time.
Cool. Now, have you guys opened or played for other bands in your area?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, what bands were they?
I mean, we've opened for, a lot of bands. One of the more notable ones is actually coming up September 30th, and that's in Janesville for the Sonic Boom Free Party. Sonic Boom is a big music festival they have around here. I think this year they have, like, Korn, Avenged Sevenfold. They have a lot of acts. I actually can't think of them right now. But we will be playing the pre-party with a band called Active Defiance, which has members that used to be in Megadeth and Shadows Fall, a bunch of other notable bands. So we're excited to be opening for them.
That's awesome. Really? Now, can you tell me a little bit about your band schedule? I know you guys are going to be playing out, and I'm hoping you get a lot more gigs now, So tell us about some of the places you're scheduled to play and give me the dates and times and where they're at.
This Saturday, we actually have 2 gigs, both in Delavan, Wisconsin. At 5 p.m., we'll be playing at the Phoenix Park Band Shell. And at 10 p.m., we'll be playing at the Arcadia Bar and Grill. Let's see, and then there's that Active Defiance show I just talked about. What else do we have?
I know there was a show that you were playing, on the 30th? Aren't you playing a show on the 30th?
Yeah, that was the Active Defiance show.
Okay. All right. That's what it is. Okay. Well, that's cool. So is there anything else that you guys want to get out to your fans and let them know. Tell us about your websites, where and if they can purchase your songs.
Currently, our website is under construction, but it should be available hopefully soon. Mm-hmm. In the meantime, you can check us out on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, YouTube, pretty much anywhere online with the username Audiophilia Band.
Mm-hmm.
And you can buy our music on iTunes, Amazon, Google Play, stream it on Spotify, YouTube, pretty much anywhere online too.
So is this off the EP Slapdash, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Now, are you guys working on any new music right now, or getting ready to do a new EP, just kind of sitting back collecting thoughts and creating things?
Yes, we're definitely trying to. We had a bit of writer's block for a while, but we're being pushed to get back into it more, so hopefully some new music coming soon.
Good deal. Good deal. Any chance of getting you here to Indianapolis?
We'd love to. If you could hook us up somewhere.
Well, that seems to be the big thing. I have called and called and called, and I have called several places here. I don't know. I think it's kind of like a hard deal, but you guys are really, really good. I mean, I'm just hoping and praying, I would love to see you take over the Midwest section and then work your way out west and out to the East Coast and north and south. So, do you have any other gigs like in other states right now, or is it something you guys are working on?
Currently, we're only in Wisconsin
Mm-hmm.
For upcoming gigs. But we will be working on getting to be at least regional and a national band.
Okay, so you're willing to work in other states?
Oh, yes, most definitely.
Okay.
We have played in, Illinois, and, we've played at Navy Pier before in Chicago. That was fun recently.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you guys are willing to travel out to play then?
Definitely. Mm-hmm.
Good deal. All right. Well, thank you guys very, very much for hanging with me. And you are going to be hearing the songs. Sorry about that. Whoop. Nowhere to Go, Only Hope, and Trapped. These 3 songs are going to be available. You can find them on I will have everything up on my page. Plus, if you want to purchase them, you can look up Audiophilia Band. You can go to Spotify, iTunes. And guys, I thank you very, very much for taking the time to sit with me. Lynzi and Chase, I have with me from Audiophilia. You guys, thank you again for coming and hanging with me. Is there anything else you guys would like to say before we go?
I think I'd just like to say rock on, and we had a good time talking to you, and come check us out at one of our shows.
Oh, I would love to. Actually, I've been trying so hard to get out to Wisconsin to see you guys, but right now it's not really in the cards for me to do that. But I do promise, and I've said this before, I will definitely be mobile and be able to do something spring of next year. I'm definitely going to be out and get to see all these wonderful bands and, hopefully get you guys playing here in Indiana too. So, I'll call around. I will definitely call around for you. I've done that for other bands. It's just, I'm going to be honest with you. It's very difficult when you're playing venues in Indiana as opposed to Wisconsin. It's always harder to try to capture a new audience. That's why I just think it's so important that when I do these interviews and I play you guys music, it's not only to, just the people around here. I'm getting you to New Jersey and several other places too. So, but that's a very important, and, building your fan base and whatnot. So I think you guys are off to a great start. I think you're going to do very, very well.
Well, thank you very much.
Yeah, and thank you guys again for being with me. Again, this is Chase and Lynzi with Audiophilia. And I thank you guys very, very much for coming and hanging out with us, and I hope you enjoy their music. Definitely go to their page, let them know how much you like their music. If not, you can leave it on my page so that they can see it. But either way, always support your musicians that are out playing, because it's hard for them. They're doing something that they love, and these guys are very, 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 very talented, and I would love to see them play more places. So if you guys are hearing this, please, if you guys are interested in what you're hearing, get a hold of the band. So again, this is Jackie Eister Songistry saying good night. Guys, thank you again for being with me.
Thank you.